Chrysler, and today I'm going to teach you the place value of decimals, how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide decimals as well. So, you have to start with your place value of decimals, or else you will not understand anything. Alright, behind the decimal we have the 6, which is in the tenths place. 3 hundredths, 5 thousandths, 7 10,000ths, 8 hundred thousandths, and then 6, which is in the millions. Then we have a memory riddle, which has each of the beginning letters in it. The hippo thought tuna hugs me. So that's your memory riddle. Now, we will start with adding. Here is our word problem. Mia went to the store and bought a lipstick that cost $7.66. Then she bought a newspaper that cost $4.99. How much did she spend? Well, as you see here, I already have the problem written out. And so you see how the decimals are lined up? You always want them lined up. Now let's go ahead and bring down our decimal, straight up and down. So you'll have 3 decimals in the end, all up and down. All right, 9 plus 6 is 15. 9 plus 6 again is 15, plus 1, which will be 16. Now, 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 1, which will be 12. And then you go ahead and bring down your 1. So it will be $12.65 that she spent at the store. Remember, line up your decimals. You'll have 3 in a row that will be all lined up. So now let's move on to subtraction. As you start to practice subtraction, adding, dividing, multiplying, everything, and even the place value, as you start to practice and memorize that, it will all become really easy. I promise. Alright, so here's our word problem. Bliss went to CVS with $20.68. She got a pack of hairbands that cost $7.22. How much did she have left after she bought her items? So she had her hairbands that she bought, and she started out with $20. So let's put down $20 and 68 cents. Then she had $7.22. Subtract that. Now, remember, these subtraction and addition are the same when it comes to decimal places. You line up the decimals, definitely. So you have to line up the decimals. Let's say that 2 wasn't there and you still have to line up your decimals. If you still have trouble with it and you have to add a 0, add a 0. If that makes it easier for you. So 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Let's go ahead and bring down our 0. You will have 3 in a row. So we'll bring down your decimal. So then we'll have to regroup the 7 and the 0. 0 turns into 10, and then the 2 turns into 1. 7 minus 10 is 3, and then just go ahead and bring down your 1. So she had left from her purchase $13.46. Remember, you'll have 3 decimals in a row after you finish your problem and get your answer. So now we are going to move on to multiplying. So we have our word problem. Lizzie went to the store. She got 5 slices of meat. Here's her meat. Each slice was $3.67. How much did she pay? So she had $3. Each slice of meat was $3.67. And she got 5 slices of meat. So let's just put a little thing right there because we're going to need that much space to do another little problem. So 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 3, which is 33. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 3, which will be 18. Okay? So now, remember how we talked about place value? Well, this will be part of place value. Alright, so you see how many decimal places the decimal is in. So it goes over 1, 2. This is 2 decimal places. So you will go 2, and see how many decimal places that is. 5 doesn't have a decimal. So you will put a 0 right there, and you will add. So that equals 2. So you go over 2 decimal places. That will be your decimal. That's your money sign. And she paid $18.35 for 5 slices of meat. So remember, you don't line up your decimals. You count the decimal places on each number, add them, and put them into your ending number. So now, last but not least, we have division. For some people, division is the hardest, and for some people, it's probably the easiest. So, we have our sentence. Ella has $66.80. She wants to give it out equally between each of her friends. She has 5 friends she wants to give it out the money to. How much money do they each get? So she has 5 friends, okay? And she has $66.80, okay? So look at that. So she has 5 friends, $66.80. See your decimal point? It's not like adding. It's not like subtracting. It's not like multiplying. You bring it straight up. And there's your decimal. Okay, so now you can start dividing. Just like normal, ignore the decimal. 5 can go into 6 one time. 5 times 1 is 5. Subtract, you get 1. Bring down your 6. How many times can 5 go into 16? Can go in 3 times, which is 15. Subtract, and then you will get 1. Then you bring down 8. 5 can go into 18, still 3 times, which will be 15. You subtract, and you get 3. Now you bring down that 0 right there. 5 can go into 30. How many times? It can go into 30 6 times. So you'll put your 6 right there, and then I'll do the subtraction right here. 30, and then 5 times 6 is 30. So minus, and get your 0. Now if this went on, decimal places can go on and on and on, but some of them, if you go on one or two more, if you added a 0 or another 0, you would not, if you had a remainder, you would not have a remainder, and you want to get to that. But each of her friends would have gotten $13.36. So just remember, all of the decimal places, what you do with them, except for adding and subtracting, are different. Adding and subtracting, line up your decimals, then bring them straight down, and you'll have 3 in a row. Now, multiplying, you will count your decimal places, and you will add them, and that's how many decimal places you will go over in your answer. In dividing, you bring it straight up, and you ignore it until you get your answer. Thank you for watching.